Abs versus core. What's the difference? Well, I have to explain this pretty much every single day at work. So if you think you know what they are and you're right after I explain this, you can give me a I knew what this was down below in a comment. But most of us actually don't understand the difference. So here we go. The abs are the front part of our torso, and it has the rectus abdominis, the external oblique, the internal oblique, and the transversus abdominis. And those four muscle groups make up our abdominal system, whilst the core is actually the deepest system, and it has a front, a back, a top, and a bottom. And they are the respiratory diaphragm, the pelvic diaphragm or the pelvic floor, your transversus abdominis, which goes over both sides from abdominals and core, and multifidus. So those four groups of muscles act to stabilize the contents of our torso. So it keeps our pelvic organs stable, it keeps our abdominal organs, and it minimizes things like abdominal or inguinal hernias. It maintains continence, so it maintains the bowel continence and the bladder continence. And of course, every time we breathe, we're using the core too. So the core has a top, a bottom, a front, and a back. Now, what the cool thing is, and what I really love explaining to my clients, is let's say you do a Kegel, you're activating the core also because they're co-contractors. So every time you do a big breath and then exhale, your pelvic floor will also respond. So they work together. So you can't really strengthen your pelvic floor by doing a whole bunch of breathing, but you can actually improve the tone of your pelvic floor by doing proper diaphragmatic breathing, versus sometimes in yoga we do a lot of belly breathing, and that's not what I'm talking about. I should say. It's more about that diaphragm really expanding and opening up the rib cage and then dropping back down to its domed position. So when we have a strong core, we have better control of things like hernias, we have less back pain, we have better pelvic floor strength, and hopefully we also have a better respiratory system. And when we're doing abdominals, like say you're doing lots of crunches, you're really focusing on the abdominal system, which is great, but people might be doing the core thinking that they're actually improving their back pain when they're really just doing abdominal system and not dealing with the rest of the core. Because, take home message here, the core works together. They're co-contractors. Every time you do a Kegel properly, if you're not too tight and things aren't going wrong, every time you do a proper Kegel, it's actually activating your transversus abdominis and your multifidus. So they co-contract together. And when I start working with people who have done many years of yoga, maybe they've done Pilates before, maybe they have been working with a personal trainer or a physiotherapist, I get them working on their core. And when I kind of activate the core properly, they're often quite surprised at how weak they are. Oh, is this why I still have back pain, even though I've been going to the gym and doing a bunch of crunches or what have you? So abs versus core, they are very different, but they are interrelated. And if you're working on your core, I just stress to you to do it properly, probably not do a ton of abdominal curls where you're flattening your back and you're straining through your abs and actually creating potentially some disc issues in your back. And there's other videos I've put out about some easy core exercises to kind of try and get you going, and things you can look at to know whether you're activating it properly or not. Okay, I hope that explains things. I know that some of you will be like, I know this already, but honestly, I answer this question all day, and I hope I've explained it. Please do give me some comments below if you want me to clarify anything. But having a strong core and having a strong abdominal system, you know, we love that. So just don't mistake that you're doing core work when you're actually only doing your abdominal work, because that's just one facet of it. Okay, I hope that helps. If you like the video, please push like below, and I hope you have a great day.